So hi everyone, a very good afternoon to everybody. Welcome back once again to the channel. So as you all know, the interim budget for the year 2024-25, the financial year 25 is now out. The government has released the interim budget for the upcoming financial year. And I am here to discuss with you all the highlights of this interim budget, right? These highlights are from the speech of the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, right? So first, let me tell you that since it is an interim budget, the government, due to model code of conduct, cannot cite the names of the schemes, cannot specifically tell the country that what all we are going to do, because the interim budget is meant only till the period the new government is formed, right? तो क्योंकि पिछले वाला बजट जो था उसमें 31 मार्च 2024 तक के ही प्रोविजंस थे. सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 months, दैट इज अप्रैल एंड मई, टिल द न्यू गवर्नमेंट विल बी फॉर्म्ड, तब तक के खर्चों के लिए सरकार ने ये बजट निकाला है, राइट? सो क्योंकि 2 महीने भाई सरकारी जो खर्चे हैं वो तो चलने ही है ना. सो फ्रॉम वेयर दोज एक्सपेंसेस विल कम. सो फॉर दैट दिस बजट इज हियर, बट द गवर्नमेंट हैज गिवन सर्टेन हिंट्स in which area what they are going to do, in which area they are going to launch a new scheme, what all committees will be formed, the fiscal deficit targets, etc, etc. So let's start with the highlights. So first of all, in her speech, the finance minister told us about the achievements of the last 10 years, and they have again coined a new term, that is gyan. They have coined a new term, that is gyan, and they are calling that there are 4 castes in India, and these 4 castes are gyan, that is Garib, Yuva, Annadata and Nari. Garib means poor, Yuva means youngsters, Annadata means farmers, and Nari means women, right? So the entire 10 years जो पिछले 10 साल हैं बीते हैं सरकार के, that those 10 years were focused on the development of these 4 castes, that is gyan. Talking about the Garibs first, talking about the poor people first. So what this government has done in the last 10 years. So number one, 25 crore people came out of multi-dimensional poverty, right? Direct benefit transfers of worth 34 lakh crores. Direct benefit transfer of worth 34 lakh crore have been done, and which has led to the savings, of 7.2 lakh crore of the government. This is the saving of the government due to the direct benefit transfer. Once again, yes, all right. So that was about direct benefit transfer. The government has said that under PM Swanidhi scheme, 78 lakh street vendors have taken up the loans, and I hope you all know that under PM Swanidhi, government provides loans to the street vendors for working capitals. They have launched a new scheme for the welfare of PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups, that is PM Janman. They have launched a new scheme for the welfare of artisans, that is Vishwakarma, PM Vishwakarma scheme. All of these schemes have been discussed already by me in my PIB sessions, right? That was about Garib. Now what about Yuva, the second caste of India? For Yuva, the government has said that they have implemented new education policy 2020, which is right now transforming the education of the country. The government is implementing PM Shri schools, under which the government is developing new high class, top class schools and revamping the existing schools, right? Under Skill India mission, the government has provided the data that 1.4 crore people have been skilled, and 54 lakh people have been upskilled and reskilled because of all the missions under Skill India mission. The government has said that they have formed 7 new IITs, 7 new IIMs, right? 7 new IIMs. The government has said that it has formed 16 new triple ITs. The government has said that it has formed 15 new AIMs, and at the same time the government has said that they have formed 319 new universities across the countries, across the country. All right. So yeah, and mudra loans, right? The government has said that the government has provided enough loans to the youngsters for entrepreneurship opportunities. 43 crores of mudra loans have been given, have been sanctioned, amounting to 22.5 lakh crores. 22.5 lakh crores, right? This is the overview of the government, what government has done in the last 10 years, right? आगे चलते हैं. One second. Yeah. Now let's talk about the Annadata, that is the farmers, the third caste of the country. Annadata, the farmers. There are various schemes which are being implemented by the government. The government specifically quoted the PM Kisan Yojana, under which 6,000 per annum is given to the farmers. And the government is saying that approximately 12 crore farmers, the exact number is 11.8 crore farmers, are getting benefits from this. The government has said that they have integrated 1,361 mandis, 1,361 mandis to the electronic national agricultural market (eNAM), and it has led to the trading of 3 lakh crores. It has led to the trading of 3 lakh crores. Now coming to the fourth caste of the country, and that is Nari, the women. Nari, the women. For women, the government has said that 30 crore mudra loans, 30 crore mudra loans have been sanctioned to women entrepreneurs for doing their own business in STEM courses, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. There are 43% enrollments. Out of all the enrollments, 43% are women. 1/3 reservation, I hope you all know this, 1/3 reservation has been provided to women in Lok Sabha and all the state legislative assemblies, and 70% houses, 70% houses have been named after a woman, a single woman, or jointly under the PM Awas Yojana, under the PM Awas Yojana, right? Now coming to the next 5 years, what government is going to do in the next 5 years, let's talk about the upcoming 5 years. So the government will be realizing the potential to achieve all the aspirations of the Indian through the 3 Ds, right? The 3 Ds. What are those 3 Ds? These are demography of the country, number 1. Number 2, democracy in the nation. Number 3, diversity of the country. So this 3 Ds will help India in achieving the goals of Amrit Kal in making India a developed nation by the year 2047, right? आगे चलते हैं. Yes. One second. Yeah. So what all government will be doing under the aspirational district program, which is already being implemented for those districts which have the potential to develop, but not much focus was given on these districts. So under the aspirational district program, the assistance will be provided to the states for effective implementation of the scheme, right? The government will focus on the development of East. The government will focus on the development of the East, right, which is one of the major focus of this government, right? And they are calling East as India's driver of growth. India's driver of growth. Such lines, such sentences you guys can use in your descriptive answers, right? इसके अलावा a very huge announcement by the government under PM Awas Yojana. Under PM Awas Yojana के अंडर the government, specifically under PM Awas Yojana Gramin, right? We all know that the target is to build 2.94 crore houses, and we are about to achieve this target. And they have sanctioned 2 crore more houses. 2 करोड़ और घर सरकार ने देने का वादा किया है अंडर प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना ग्रामीण. नेक्स्ट, अंडर रूफटॉप सोलराइजेशन स्कीम, under rooftop solarization scheme, which is also PM Suryodaya Yojana. We have discussed it very recently in PIB. 1 crore houses will be able to generate 300 units of electricity, 300 units of electricity per month, 300 units of electricity per month, and it will lead to savings of 15k to 18k per annum. एक साल में 15,000 से 18,000 का saving होगा. And under the scheme, they will also be able to sell the surplus amount of electricity. ठीक है. Then a new scheme for housing. A new scheme for housing for middle class will be launched. This is a very huge announcement. So all those middle class people in the house, get ready for the new scheme that will be launched for you for providing you the housing. All right. Then for medical colleges, the government has announced that new medical colleges will be established across the country, and for that new medical colleges will be established, and for that a committee will be formed. A committee. This, guys, is the overview of the budget, and obviously at 6 p.m. I will be coming, or even before that, जैसे ही prepare हो जाता है पूरा budget, जैसे ही the government will launch the budget on its website, after launching their budget on the website, in an hour or two, I will be coming live with the detailed discussion. So a new committee will be established for recommending how many new medical colleges are required for the country. Yes, very beautiful announcement. A new vaccination for cervical cancer will be launched. Cervical cancer vaccination will be launched for the girls in the age group of 9 to 14 years who are more prone to the cervical cancers. Right? For maternal and child care. For maternal and child care, what government has announced? The government has announced that new schemes will be launched. They can't tell the name. They can't tell the name, obviously, because of the model code of conduct, but they have given certain hints that where, in which area, what they are going to do. All right. Then, yes, under this only, Anganwadi services and Mission Poshan 2.0. Anganwadi services and Mission Poshan 2.0, which is a holistic nutrition program of the government. These two will be upgraded. Right? These two will be upgraded. A very major announcement in the area of health sector that has been given by the government is the Ayushman Bharat Yojana. It will be extended to all the ASHA workers. It will be extended to all the ASHA workers, all the Anganwadi workers, and Anganwadi helpers. This is a very major announcement by the government. All right. Then for dairy sector, the government has announced, the Finance Minister has announced that a new program will be launched, right? A new program will be launched based on the success of currently implemented programs in this sector for the welfare of dairy farmers. Dairy farmers के welfare के लिए एक नया program launch किया जाएगा. ठीक है? For deep technology means AI and ML, because we are heading towards the age of artificial intelligence. So the government has promised a new scheme in this area. ठीक है, ये याद रखना, ये इन सारी schemes के नाम हमें मिलेंगे जून जुलाई में. Right? Now, coming to the infrastructure. Infrastructure में जो PM गति शक्ति का outlay है, that has been increased by 11.11%, and right now the outlay will be 11,111 crores, right, which will be 3.4% of the GDP. All right. In the railways under infrastructure segment, 3 new railway corridors will be established. 3 new railway corridors will be established. 3 नए railway corridors बनेंगे. Number 1, energy, mineral and cement. Number 1 corridor will be for energy, mineral and cement. Number 2, the corridor number 2 will be for port connectivity. The corridor number 2 will be for port connectivity. The corridor number 3 will be for high traffic density. हमें सबने देखा है कि ठंड के टाइम में हमारे देश में ट्रेन्स लेट हो जाती हैं. So for that, a new corridor will be established by the government. All right. And yes, in the railways only 40,000 existing bogies of railways will be upgraded to Vande Bharat standard. Vande Bharat के standard का इसको बनाया जाएगा. All right. Then coming to the green energy portion. ग्रीन एनर्जी में व्हाट ऑल गवर्नमेंट वांट्स टू डू इन द अपकमिंग 5 years. तो ग्रीन एनर्जी की अगर हम बात करें तो ग्रीन एनर्जी में देयर विल बी अ viability gap funding for harnessing offshore wind energy potential. ऑफशोर विंड एनर्जी पोटेंशियल को हार्नेस करने के लिए viability gap funding will be provided, right? The capacity of coal gasification, the capacity of coal gasification and liquefaction, the capacity of coal gasification and liquefaction will be increased to 100 metric tons, 100 metric tons, right? And a new scheme for biomanufacturing will be launched. Every manufacturing will become, will be using the natural substances. That will be the idea of this particular scheme. For blue economy, let's talk about the blue economy now. For blue economy, for reviving, for strengthening the blue economy, the government will launch a new scheme for its restoration. For restoration and adaptation of the blue economy, a new scheme will be launched by the government. All right. आगे चलो. इसके अलावा इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने एक नया टर्म और कॉइन किया है. इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के एरिया में गवर्नमेंट ने बोला दैट वी आर अंडरगोइंग अ लॉट ऑफ bilateral investment treaties with the entire globe, and we are promoting FDI, that is first developed India, right? A new term has now been coined. FDI is now first developed India. For states, I hope you all know that a 50-year interest-free loan scheme for capital development is going on by the government of India, and this will be continued with the outlay of around 1 lakh crores. Right? There is a confusion. Either it is 1 lakh crore or 75,000 crore. क्योंकि दो नंबर्स बोले थे फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने स्पीच में, तो अब वो या तो खुद उनके स्पीच में कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुई है या फिर मेरे को सुनने में प्रॉब्लम हुई है. राइट? So this will be clarified once they release the official budget. Yes, for population growth, for controlling population growth, a new committee will be established, and these are the hints that the government will definitely going to include to implement one क्या है, हम दो हमारे दो वाली जो पॉलिसी है वो सरकार उसको इंप्लीमेंट करने वाली है. राइट? फिस्कल डेफिसिट टारगेट्स की बात करेंगे. बस fiscal deficit targets, this is very important. Fiscal deficit targets for financial year 24-25, it is 5.1%, and the government is stuck to the earlier decided targets till 2025-26 that we will be achieving a fiscal deficit of 4.5% by the financial year 2026. Now talking about the taxes. अब हम बात करेंगे taxes के. So the government cannot announce any change in the tax slabs due to the convention, और होगा भी नहीं because last year ही change हुआ है, पूरे complete budget में भी नहीं होने वाला. So there are no changes in either the direct tax slab, indirect tax slab, import duty, किसी में भी कोई change नहीं है. Right? No changes at all. However, the tax benefits to the startups, the tax benefits which are being given to the startups has been extended by 1 year till 31st March 2025. In the last year's budget, they announced that the taxation benefits will end on 31st March 2024. The benefits have been given 1 year extension. Now, they said that the taxpayer services will be improved. Taxpayer services, what are these taxpayer services? Filing return, filing the refund, right? ये सारी चीजें जो है वो improve होंगी. And last, in the taxation area, that they have announced that there will be withdrawal of outstanding direct tax demands. जो सरकार की तरफ से direct tax demand है उसको withdrawal किया जाएगा, and this will be up to rupees 25,000 till फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2009-10, मतलब टिल फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2019-9-10 तक अगर सरकार ने आपके सामने 25,000 रुपए तक का डायरेक्ट टैक्स डिमांड रखा है, then that will be withdrawn. And up to 10,000 from financial year 2010-11 to financial year 2014-15, right? And this move will benefit 1 crore taxpayers. All right, that's all. That's all about this year's interim budget, and I hope all the provisions are clear. Now at 6 p.m. today in the evening, I'll be coming up with the detailed discussion on this interim budget. This was all the highlight. These were all the highlights of this year's budget. Obviously, they can't announce the name of the scheme, but they have given enough hints that in which areas they are going to launch new schemes, new initiatives, and in which areas they are going to do what. Okay, ji? I hope you guys have enjoyed this session, this small, short, and crisp session. If yes, hit that like button and do subscribe to the channel. Goodbye, take care, and God bless.